It's interesting. I didn't have plans on talking about this so soon, but I'm like, let me just, I was spending time with the Lord. I was reflecting, just sitting here, studying His Word and talking to Him, and it hit my heart that I should probably talk about this right before I just forget or before the moment passes. So I'm like, let me just pull out my camera real quick and talk for a second. So bear with me as I ramble a little bit. But I want to talk about my journey with suicidal. I think the proper term is suicidal ideation or suicidal thoughts. I've dealt with that. I've dealt with that. And a lot of people do deal with that, but a lot of people don't talk about it, right? Because they're afraid or they're ashamed or whatever. But I'll be honest, I don't care. Like at the end of the day, I'm not a part of any job. I don't work a 9 to 5. There's no boss over me except for Yahweh. My only boss is God, which is a wonderful thing, which is what I prayed for. So that way I can talk about these things freely without feeling like I can or feeling pressure from my employees, or whatever, or not employees, but like coworkers and things. Thank God. It's a blessing being independent and just focusing on Yahweh. Yahweh's my only boss. I'm going to talk about these things because I pray that it'll help you, and it'll help maybe my story, my testimony, you can relate to it, and be encouraged and get help, and to know that you're not alone, and that even me, if I'm anything, yeah, that it would help you in some way. So to get into it, yeah, I've struggled with suicidal thoughts, like most do, right? Most people don't talk about it, like most do, for years, like and what it is, just to be quite frank, I've never really planned, right, a suicide attempt. I never wrote it out. I'm gonna do this. I plan on taking a 9mm to my head. I never planned it or set a time or a date, or I'm gonna do this or that. What it is, it's like more of a comforting thought, right? It's like a comfort to just be like, it'll just all be over. I can finally just rest. I can finally just be at ease. I can finally just sleep. Is the thought, right? It's the thought that I can just finally just not think about those agonizing, painful thoughts anymore, of trauma or of pain or things that happened in the past, or fear of the future, and all these different things that are planted from our adversary, Lucifer, the devil. All of these different thoughts have caused me anguish and pain, caused me a lot of pain. And so it's just like, it's the thought of suicide, which is more of a comforting, it's more of like an escape to just be like, we're done, right? We're done. I don't have to ever worry about this anymore. I'm never thinking about this or that or third. But guys, it is deception. It is deception. I've studied this stuff, man. I've looked into this topic quite deep. And you see across the board, a lot of people, I would say probably a big majority, will tell you that those people who've attempted suicide and survived, they'll tell you, like, at the moment that they decided to pull the trigger or take the leap or jump or, whatever they try to attempt or however they try to attempt it, the moment they did it was this exact moment they regretted it. They regretted it. Like, man, like, it's funny. You have 1,000 problems in life until you only have one problem, and that's when your life's on the line, right? At that moment, there's only one problem. There's only one thing that matters, and that is the saving of your life in that moment. And that's why they feel that big sense of regret. Like, man, it minimizes all the other problems that you thought you were facing when your life's on the line. And it causes immense regret. And so I want to just give you a few encouragements, a few different things that God has allowed me to be reminded of, which continuously helps me. Because even now, sometimes I still have those thoughts, right? When I go through different trials or different pains, I'm like, it would be so nice to just be done, right? It's never the thought of like, I want to just kill myself. It's just the thought of just being done. Like, I just want to be done. Like, I just already want to be in heaven. I just already want to be with the Lord, right? But I know there's work to do on the earth. And as Paul says, I'd much rather be with the Lord, but for your sake, he's talking about the church, for your sake, I'm still here. And so I believe that same thing for me, for my calling's sake, for the people that I'm called to influence and bless and lead in my life, I'm still here, and God has a purpose for me, and God has a purpose for you. And so I want to tell you this. I just have a few little notes here. The Bible says this, that Christ came to give us life and give it to the full. He came to give you life, life into the full, life now and in the kingdom to come, right? Life now on the earth, like true joy, true inner peace, true life, right? Through his spirit. The Bible says that it'll be the life he gives you will be like a well of water that springs in you. It's bubbling out of you, right? It's overflowing. He wants to give you true joy, but that's through him. You were designed with, for great works, the Bible says. You're designed with value, right? Scripture says that you're valuable, that you're more valuable than many sparrows, that you are, in a sense, the Bible says this, you might not like this, but the truth is, the Bible says that you're gods, that you're like gods, he says. You're like gods, which is Jesus references the Psalm when he mentions that in the Gospels, right? We're like gods, right? In the sense that we rule, we're designed to have dominion as God has dominion of angels and God has dominion of, ultimate dominion, right? His sovereignty. We also have a sense of dominion on the earth and over the fish and over the cattle and all these different things. And we rule, we make sure we take care of the land and we steward all these wonderful gifts that he's given us. So we're like God in that way. The Bible says that you're fearfully and wonderfully made, meaning you're made with great value. You're made with great awe and wonder. You're made fearfully and wonderfully. You're made so valuable. And the Bible says you're made in his image and in his likeness. So Lucifer's desire is to crush you, is to sift you. The Bible says, in the New Testament, where Peter was about to be sifted by Lucifer. He says, Jesus tells Peter, he says, Peter, Lucifer has demanded to sift you like wheat, to crush you. But I have prayed to the Father for you, Yeshua says, Jesus says. Right? His desire, Lucifer's desire, is to crush you. It's to get you to be in a place of just be done with life. Give up. Why try? You're not good enough. You're this, you're that, you're third. You're not going to make it. You're not going to accomplish your dream. You're not going to accomplish your goals. That's what he's trying to tell you, so you can just give up, so you can stop fighting, so you can stop and never come into the full great calling that Yahweh has prepared and called you to. Bro, you are great in Yahweh's eyes, meaning he has great plans for your life. The Bible says he has plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future. Of course, Lucifer wants to stop that. You could be, you could be the next Billy Graham in a sense, meaning while having positive influence is my point. You could be the next, who knows? You should just be the next thing that Yahweh uses to be a great power force on the earth, a great vessel, a great host of his spirit, right? To do wonderful deeds, a powerhouse for the kingdom. But you will never come to that if you commit suicide. You will never come to that if you pull that trigger. You will never see all the wonderful works that could have been produced through your life if you are stopped early on before the time, right? And this is what Lucifer wants to do. He wants to stop you because he knows that there's great things in you, right? That there's great works that's going to be done through you. So I want to encourage you with this. Don't give up. Don't commit suicide. Push on, live another day, and call out for help. Like it's nothing wrong with, confiding in a partner and a friend, whatever. Talk through it. I talk to Yahweh all the time, talk to God all the time. All right. He's my closest friend. Talk to Yahweh all the time. And I also have, a great business partner, other friends on the earth that I also can confide in and have real conversations with, which helps tremendously. So confide in others, talk to the Lord, pray about these things, ask God to help you. But remember his word. The Bible says faith comes by hearing. So speak his word aloud, that he has plans to prosper you, not to harm you, plans to give you hope in the future, that he loves you more than many sparrows, that you're more valuable than many sparrows, that he sent, that God proved his own love towards us in this, that while we're still sinners, Yeshua, Christ, died for us. Like that shows his love for us. He loves you. God has great plans for your life. Don't give up before the time. Don't quit. You are going to be used for great works if you submit your life to the Lord, and he will use you, right? He will use a humble vessel. So stay in the fight. Don't give up. And I think that was all I wanted to tell you. So, be encouraged. There's more to you, right? Don't let Lucifer stop you. You have great plans. God has great plans for you. So love you. Stay in the fight. Big things coming. Bye-bye.